Hello, and thank you for joining us. This is Perry Elliott-Ronnie with NBC 16. We're just starting our walk now. We're in front of the Safeway on Q Street in Springfield, and we'll go ahead and turn around this camera and show you guys what we're looking at here, because the march is underway. We just got started, and now we're marching through Springfield in front of Safeway. So what is this march about? Well, one of the organizers, Isaiah Wagner, this is a group that he organized here today. He said that the reason that they're marching here is in solidarity with protesters who have been in the area recently, been active in the area recently. They want to stand against the violence.
The press that made it, people shout to the press.
They said they want to stand against the violence that they've seen against what they say are peaceful protesters. And so we're following this and we're walking with them. And we'll go ahead and show you what we're looking at here and show you if we see counter-protesters, where we see counter-protesters. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them out. We've been following this for quite some time. We might be able to answer your questions here. So marching through, again, Springfield. I'll get out of my photographer Hobie's way, and we'll continue making our way. Now,
right in front of the sign, too.
I want to stress here, the leaders, if I hadn't already, said that they want to keep things peaceful. If we looked at the flyer for this event beforehand, it said people show up around 7 p.m. It's around 7:30 where we're getting this march. And they specifically said to avoid vandalism and avoid inciting any issues between police and maybe All Lives Matter protesters who may show up to counter-demonstrate. So they're really looking for a peaceful protest here. That's what their leaders say, and we'll see if that happens. Right now we're walking, though, and we'll answer some of your questions. What is the intended route? It's a great question. A lot of these groups don't release their intended route. They say out of safety, so we don't know that. We're actually just going to follow along, and if at any point you're curious, you don't know wherever they are, where we are, you can just ask. But right now we're in front of, well, rather the side of Safeway in Springfield, right off of Q Street. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. It is hot. It is really hot, but we've been out here for the past few days, and folks here don't seem to mind. What direction are they headed? Okay, so I'm a little bit directionally challenged. I'm not going to lie to you. We were just on Q Street near Safeway, and we're headed down, let's see, I'm looking at an intersection here. R Street, and is that, is that interesting fellow there? Let's see, 2nd Street? Yeah, so we're headed down 2nd Street. This is in Springfield. Off of Q Street near the Safeway, and we're walking down 2nd Street right now. Yes, it just started, but so far very peaceful. Organizers really stressed that to attendees, that they wanted to keep this peaceful. We did see some protesters show up. They're kind of off in the distance. We haven't seen any sort of confrontation between them and this group yet. What is the goal of this protest? Organizers... Sorry, there's someone in the background that's distracted me a little bit here. The organizers say that the point of this protest was to stand in solidarity with recent protesters who they say were aggressed upon unnecessarily while they were peacefully demonstrating. And so they want to stand with those supporters. Keep in mind, this is coming fresh off of the protest in Thurston yesterday, where there was a confrontation between protesters, police, and counter-protesters that ended in arrests, and some individuals actually being beaten before arrested.
came down here was that we were hoping that we had BIPOC people go up, which is great, go up to the mayor's house in Eugene. And Lucy came out and spoke to them, and I was hoping that the mayor would be willing to come out and speak to us as well. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe she's not home, but this is what we came down here. We're tired of the silence. We want to hear how you think about it. Don't tell me Black Lives Matter. Show me Black Lives Matter. The Justice Bill of 2020 in policing, it outlines a lot of the things that we have going on right now. And I would hope that we can all get together to propose that idea, to get the president to sign off on that idea, like Martin Luther King went to get Lyndon Johnson to sign off on the Civil Rights Act. We want to have the same response. We want President Trump to sign off on the Justice in 2020 in Policing Act, which is holds police accountable, tracks them on a national level. They're fired for misconduct or anything that is considered to be risque. They're held on a national level, so if they step into another precinct, that precinct knows intimately who this person is, what they believe, and what they have done. That way we can stop hiring and firing bad police officers.
Yes. Oh, tell the truth. Tell the truth, goddammit.
Now I know it's not in line with some people of what they feel like the fund is. I know that's not in line with it, because they're saying, hey, you're still doing things for police officers. Well, that's not what I'm out here for. I'm out here for more of a realistic idea of how we can work hand in hand to get these policies to change first. It starts with there, and then we can get to the other stuff later. But let's start with that first step, and let's get it together. I was hoping she was going to be out here because the bottom line is, I believe his name is Bronson Durant. They sent their house Negro on a field Negro to keep him quiet, to silence his voice. It's another tactic used. They sent a black man to do a white man's job, in essence. Dragged him on the ground, and they beat the shit out of him. I'm not going to filter it. They beat the shit out of him. 19-year-old kid. No one ever is going to bring me down. I love it all. So like we're saying, if you put this black man in jail and incarcerate him and give him charges at 19 years old, what does that mean? Does anybody have charges here brave enough to wave your hand? And I'm not asking you to wave your hand if you can't.
The cameras.
But you all know what hell you went through. Being hated on because of what you've done in the past. In the war on drugs, we have people who've gotten to drugs because of accidents they were gotten into, unfortunate circumstances that bring them into drugs, and we want to put them in mass incarceration with people who are committing sex crimes, heinous crimes, and murders.
To clarify what we're seeing, this is Springfield Mayor Christine Lundberg stepping out, and she may speak here, so we're going to go ahead and get out of the way.
I would ask that you were not on property, and if you would like to have a seat, please have a seat. You are not required to, but if you would like to, everybody keep your mouth quiet.
Right here as well. People read the shirt and see what it is.
And have some respect for her words, whether you believe them or not.
There we
Please.
go. Woo! What's your problem? Charlie P. Live on Facebook.
There.
Yep, Charlie P. Live. Gotta keep it live.
4 minutes. There, just 4 minutes. Dad, we're not moving in a circle.
Well, mostly what I want to say is I understand we're in just hugely horrible, difficult times. understand that people don't have that now. I do understand that. So I think what I have suggested is a mayor's blue ribbon panel. And I'm working with a Dr. Allen out of the Bloomberg Harvard School that helps people put together social compacts, because my goal is to get everyone at the table. So it's not necessarily going to be a comfortable setting. And as much as I thought, oh, I can just start this right away, I don't think I can, because all of the facilitators have said you need to have everyone physically in the room. And right now we can't do that. So I may have to stretch it out. And she told me I'm way over ambitious to think I'm going to do it in 6 months, that this might be a much longer process. But at the end of the day, my hope is that we can have an understanding and we can have an agreement about how we can live together, because whether it's my mother or whether I had asked for those signs, those Martin Luther King signs, because my daughter lives in DC and they have those signs in DC, and I thought I want those signs in Springfield because they bring comfort to me when I was there, and I think they bring comfort here. So I want to follow in his footsteps and to figure out ways that we can do everything and do it peacefully. So I just ask everyone to try to work at it that way, because there are a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions, and how to get everyone together. So just so you know, that's my goal. I will get it together as soon as I can, but the virus is kind of slowing everything down. So
Yeah! Yeah! You look good. You look good too. You look good. You look hella good. Yeah, let me do that too. You look good.
okay, well, I'm going to let you guys do your thing because I know it's still warm.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
A lot of stuff you got to do tonight. So thank you.
You guys are going to keep it peaceful, but anybody have a respectful question for the mayor?
Real quick, only quick. No more than 5 minutes. What do we have?
I have a question.
Ooh, let's get it.
How do you feel about the treatment that the protesters received from Springfield Police Department last night? Did you watch any of those videos?
Good question.
I did watch
How
some
does
of
she
the
feel about
video.
the treatment from the protesters is what she asked. Sorry.
Right now, I think everything is really unfortunate in what's happening. So I don't want to, because you've got, I can look at all of my emails, and one email said, oh, the police did a great job, and then the next one says, that was horrible what happened. So I
condone their behavior?
Let her answer.
Hold on.
let
Remember,
me
guys,
answer,
we're going to be
because,
respectful.
As I say, I have to weigh out everything. So what I'm asking is that if everyone can try, and that includes the police, is that we can try and do all of this peacefully, which is, as I say, what I always thought Martin Luther King did and John Lewis did, and we just have, seen his last funeral, and those to me are the icons of how we make change. And I always want to encourage people, just darn well run for city council or something, because it's very lonely when you're here and you're trying to answer the questions, and people that have some of the more varied backgrounds, they're not there with you. So I would encourage everyone that can is to apply for committees and things like that. So,
Yes, Mayor, with that being said, would you consider it misconduct with what happened with police last
The
night?
question is, with that being said, what would you consider a misconduct
On the police force.
on the police force, the use of
That
force?
will be our. Sorry.
Sorry.
We're not going to take up too much of your time.
I am going to say this. I do support our police, and I do support what you want to accomplish too. I do. My mother would never forgive me if I weren't on the front line. This is a house I grew up in, and my mom was handicapped, and that it is important to her to live by the golden rule of treating everybody like you want to be treated. So I need to look at all of the information, but at the end of the day, I've got a community that's varied, and I have to try to be respectful to everyone.
Thank you.
All right, hold on.
Thank you so much for your time.
I probably know the answer to this question. Last question. But may I get a Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Hold up.
From the mayor.
Yeah, from the mayor.
Hold on. Quiet.
Ooh, she said it. Said it good.
Can we go one more time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it this way: Black Lives Matter and all lives matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You got it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your
Let her go and say, please. Like I said, we might not agree.
All right.
We might not agree.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read through some of these questions. That was Springfield Mayor Christine Lundberg. She came out and addressed the crowd. This is her home that protesters walked to just down the street from Safeway. We're going to check in with leadership and see what their plan is next.
Yeah. We're letting the car through.
Oh, yeah. And should it surprise that is why
It looks like we're clearing the way for traffic. Hold on.
Because she doesn't want the police to be mad at her.
that's called compromising oneself.
All right, folks. So let me go ahead and answer some questions if we see them while we're waiting here. I think we take control, keep it peaceful. Respect her. She works hard. She pissed them off. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around while I read some more of these because y'all don't need to watch me read.
Thank you, Isaiah, for bringing us out here, man.
We have water if anybody needs it.
I know you remember Grease. I know you know the movie Grease. He's good in that one. I see two of them. He looks like one of them greasers. All he needs is a cigarette. More down there.
Okay. So, looks like the only questions that we really had were where were we and who was talking. So to recap, that was Mayor of Springfield, Christine Lundberg, and she spoke to the crowd about what she was seeing and answered some questions. And hopefully you guys got a chance to see her answers. Essentially, I can paraphrase though. She was asked if she supported police and the actions of police last night in Thurston. And she, kind of did this dance of, well, we need to see some of the facts. I'm responsible for all constituents, not just folks in this crowd, and so we're getting information from all sides, and I don't have a conclusion. When she was pressed on that, she said, I do support police, but I also support what you guys are here standing for. Those were, I'm paraphrasing, sorry, doggy, her words. So that's what she said. That was Mayor Christine Lundberg again, and we are on the move, headed back towards Safeway. And this is off of Q Street in Springfield. I have a question for the videoing. All right, Rita, I'm going to try to civilly answer your question, although I don't know if there's really much to answer for here. I can see you're upset, but folks here are peaceful right now is really what I can say to that. But we're following them, so, if things escalate, you'll see that too. But as you can see, things right now are peaceful and fairly silent.
She'll just have to pee again.
Yeah, so we're off of Q Street, right? So we're actually on the corner of 2nd Street and S Street. But if you're like looking for a general area, that's Safeway off of Q Street. That's kind of what you should be thinking about. I'm gonna go ahead and find my colleagues real quick. Make sure everyone's okay.
What were the marches going for?
Now, I want to quickly swivel around. You can see, I'm going to try to avoid getting people's license plate here, but you can see off in the distance. You see those lights? There are Springfield police officers posted up down there. I think they're blocking traffic. I think that's it. We haven't really seen them come closer, really other than lights in the distance at this point. Same or different group as last night? Different group. Last night was Black Unity, and this tonight is... In fact, it's a great question. Let me pull out, because I have their name written down here. They're a fairly new group to Eugene. This group is called Minority Freedom Network. So, different group. I talked to Black Lives Matter leadership today. Sorry, not Black Lives Matter, Black Unity leadership today. And they said that they're not hosting this event. They're not involved with it. Actually, they're in conversations with Mayor Lucy Vinnis this evening, according to some of their leadership. And so that's what they're doing tonight. And they said they're also going to restructure and do some planning this evening. So one more time, not Black Unity. This is a different group called, find that name one more time. I believe it was the Minority Freedom Network. But my phone is dead. Haven't seen a black person yet. There are plenty, I promise you. Their leadership is more towards the front. We're in the back right now. Oh, yes. Protesters surely may have been a part of both groups. But if you're asking who organized this group, not Black Unity, this is a different organization. But it's possible that activists are part of multiple organizations, right? Yeah, Minority Freedom Network is this group. We were just in the back because I wanted to make sure that my colleagues were okay. We travel in teams here because this protest, very peaceful so far and stuff, but when we get sent out, we never know what it's going to look like on the ground. So we like to stick in teams for our own safety. That's why we were in the back for a second. I was checking in on my colleagues.
It's hard. I've done it.
Again, this is in Springfield on Q Street in front of the Safeway. That's what you see here. Yes, Springfield, Oregon, Joe. How many people? You're asking me to guess here, but I'd say at least 200. I think that's safe to say. Yeah, so far very peaceful, and actually a lack of chanting if you consider what we've seen at other things. It's The advertisement flyer for this event said it was going to be a silent walk. All right, now we are entering the main road. So we are on Q Street now, folks. This is a big road that is going to be blocked if you're traveling through the area.
It's supposed to be silent.
Sorry if the stream's getting a little dark. The sunset's making it a little hard to adjust here. Heading to the police station. That's I don't know. I don't know, actually. I don't know where they're headed. For those of you wondering where we are on the intersection of Q Street and Pioneer Parkway. Looks like chanting has become the way demonstrators want to go here. If we look at the original organizing pamphlet, the organizer said that they wanted a silent march, but that there would be some chanting. I guess they wanted to do the silent bit first. That's all I can really tell you. You can see police blocking off the roads. I don't know, you guys can see that, right? We're now on the corner of Q Street and Pioneer Parkway West.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
All right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and I've been showing the same people, so I'm gonna try to get to the front of the crowd here.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Behind you. Behind you, sir.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
We're seeing police block off the exits into the roadway. We're gonna try to get to the front of the pack here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're standing by.
Right now?
That's right, NBC.
Were you out last night?
I was. Yeah.
Did you live stream the counter protesters?
We didn't actually get the chance to. We were out.
Get footage from someone?
We did. Yeah, we Trey Stewart.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
That's an excellent question that I do not know the answer to. They don't release their routes ahead of time because they're there for safety reasons is usually what they cite. So we'll find out. If you keep walking with me, we'll see where we're going. All right, let me try to go ahead and get ahead of this group here. Sorry if the camera work gets a little shaky, guys. I'm trying to get to the front.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Where are we now? I'll tell you when we get to this intersection exactly where we are.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No peace! 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 No peace!
All right, so for those of you asking where we are at the corner of Centennial Boulevard and Pioneer Parkway West.
You told me. I told you. No peace. No peace.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
See my team, I'm gonna go ahead and regroup with them.
Black Lives Matter!
This is Springfield, Oregon. All right, y'all. I'm reading the comments section right now, and like I get there might be people with different opinions than the folks that are here, and I respect that. I do, but please keep your comments respectful. You just heard one of the organizers say, remember what happened yesterday, you remember what happened to Ty? That's referring to Tyshawn, who was arrested last night during the protest in Thurston. They said, let's see none of that tonight. Oh, you can say whatever you want, of course, in the comments, but we're asking that people please stay respectful. Let's go.
Love you.
All right.
Black Lives Matter!
Black
Black
Lives
Lives
Matter.
Matter! Black Lives Matter!
We're coming to a stop. We are on the corner of Pioneer Parkway West and F Street.
Consolidate. I know everyone's sweaty. But try to consolidate a little bit. This is all we have for volume right here. Look behind you. It's a lot of us now.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. I know that there's been a lot of threats out there. So I commend you for being brave and having the courage inside of each and every one of you to step up to the streets and say, enough is enough. In your own right. You don't need to clap for that. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so we're going to continue our march on to the Springfield Police Station. We'll stop and have a couple of guest speakers there, and then we're going to continue the same route back, opposite way back to where we came from. All right, so we should be done. We might be running a little bit of overtime, just a little bit, but I'm going to try to respect everybody here so we can get out of here on time and everybody can get home safely while the sun is still up. All right,
You guys doing fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Real quick. Did everyone saw what happened to Ty and Black Unity yesterday, right? Yeah. None of that today. That's not happening today. If there's any confrontation with the police, just turn it off. But obviously, pull out those phones. Those are going to be needed in a situation like that. But we don't want anything like that what happened yesterday, please. All right. Oh, also, second thing is we're going to march a little bit slower so the people in the back can stay with us.
all right, let's go forward.
Whoa, looks like the wind got my hair there.
No justice.
All right, so let's go ahead and
No justice. No peace.
check out your comments.
No peace. No justice. No peace. 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 Our streets. 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 No peace.
Someone take this from me.
Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! George Floyd! George Floyd! George
How you doing? Oh, nice.
Like,
That's a really good idea.
right when we were about to like go, yeah, they're going to say
They're just gonna march. No, they're gonna march right back.
Oh,
So they're gonna.
what? Oh.
What's that? No, not yet. Oh no, we're still going. Yeah.
I was like, huh? Yeah.
Jason, you asked if instigating the police is on the agenda. The organizers have told their protesters several times that to not engage with police today.
No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
Reporting video.
No peace! 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 Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
All right, so for folks who are wondering where we are right now, we're on B Street and Pioneer Parkway, and you'll see right over there, we're very close to the police station. That's the police station over there.
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
It run me over when I was with the car.
Really? Black Lives Matter!
It was really awkward. Like, they like stared at me the whole time, too. Like, I was like, oh my god.
Yes, sir.
I had a walk sign, and I'm walking.
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
What time do they usually end their protest? Honestly, it varies.
Black Lives Matter!
They said they're going to go a little further and double back. So let's see, it's
Black Lives Matter!
they started marching about an hour ago,
Black Lives
so probably another hour
Matter!
at least.
Black Lives Matter! Oh, we're coming up on them.
So many of you are probably noticing where we are, where we're getting close to. Let's catch up to the organizer who has some words here. many of you are hearing them talk about Tyshawn Ford. As I continue explaining, I'll keep the camera pointed on them. Tyshawn Ford was arrested last night during a Black Unity protest. Black Unity has repeatedly criticized the Springfield police. In their words, that Springfield police escalated the situation, led to arrests like Tyshawn Ford's. Springfield police, obviously, with a different story. They say that protesters broke the line. Protesters say police broke the line. So many of you probably at this point recognizing where we are. We're coming up on the Springfield police station. Shouting the name Tyshawn Ford, probably very deliberate here. Wade, sorry to contradict you here, but actually last year someone did die. A person of color was killed by Springfield police. They ruled it, Patty Perlow ruled that as justified. But it did happen. All right, we're coming to a stop here. Look, like it's time for speakers to go ahead and present here.
We're sticking on time, folks. We're pretty good. We're doing pretty good with time, so make sure we keep everybody protected and respected. All right, hey, so today, hey, sir, please, sir, please. I don't mind if you film.
I was just trying to show everybody.
No, I get it. I don't mind if you film. I'm just asking out of respect. That's all. I asked my brother Mighty Moses to be here today because he's an important member of this community, and he's got a very strong voice and a very clear picture of what he likes to bring to the table. He's a little passionate sometimes, and we all get lost in passion. Trust me, I have myself. I do every single day. But it's about bringing our community members back, showing them the respect of their voice, hearing them out, and making sure we're protecting our community as a whole. All right? With that being said, I want to give the floor open to my brother Mighty Moses.
Thank you, Isaiah. Appreciate that, man. We go way back, so it's pretty cool to have this happen. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about to you guys I'm going to be really short and direct. What I want to talk to you guys about is, can you hear me back there? Yes. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today, I think is really important. A lot of people have been calling me and asking me, where's your voice? Where'd you go? And I met with the Black Panthers, and they told me that the most important thing that they think I needed to do was to let a vision come to me unique, because they saw a lot of static in Springfield and Eugene, a lot of different organizations and a big power struggle. And he told me not to get involved with the power struggle, instead come up with a solution, a real solution. So what I wanted to talk about today might not be popular with the media, but that's the point right now, and I hope you guys get this, what I'm trying to say real quick. I need to speed this up. Every single one of you might have seen online today people saying, don't come today, right? Put your fist up if you saw somebody say, don't come here today. They're gonna do bad things. There's no medics. There's a medic right there.
Not a medic,
a nurse, you know, like, just lies. Now, that's the power of the media right there. Now, let me get to the point, okay? It's accountability. You still showed up. Can you still hear me in the back? You still showed up. That's real accountability. If you're able to flip-flop because somebody posted, this isn't with Black Unity, so I'm not going. And what kind of supporter is that, right? You know? Now, back to the point. Accountability is this. I saw the media in Springfield and Eugene destroy a lot of people. You know, Isaiah, I hope you don't mind me talking about you a little bit. A lot of the leaders in town felt that we were being portrayed as villains. That's the power that the media has. And people ask me what I've been doing. What I've been doing is gardening. Not much of a villain, really. I grew some tomatoes, potatoes, you know? I forgot the words for that song. I'm not much of a villain. The point is the media isn't accountable. So we can't really depend on that being the deciding factor, because they're actually in control of, I don't want to say names. I didn't want to say names, but I feel like my point's not getting across. For instance, I'm just going to tell a story from the heart and screw it. If I get thrown under the bus for being real with everyone, then that's what's going to happen. Earlier, a few weeks ago, I was running BLM, as you guys are aware, and the register guard would show up every single day. And you would think that's great, right? But it's not. They would show up and be like, hey, what are you doing here? What's your name? Who's this? It's like, you know who I am. You know this is my daughter. You know that what I'm doing. And I talked to them. I said, hey, you have the power. I see you back there. I was like, you have the power. You're even a Black reporter. I was like, you have the power, not me. You know what I'm doing here. Where's your accountability? Are you just here to get paychecks so you can drive a nice car? Or do you actually care? Why did you go to journalism school? That's a risky choice. Especially being Black, that's a risky choice. You know, getting on TV. And it's accountability that we're lacking. We're all showing up clapping, and that's great, but I still don't feel safe at my house. So I think what we need to do is start teaching accountability, and I think my time's up. Thank you.
So I've said this before and I'll say it again. This was a modern day Selma act that we've seen in the 60s happen in 2020 out in Thurston. We saw a group of peaceful protesters try to walk through a residential neighborhood, which is their First Amendment right to do, and get barricaded, stopped, oppressed, yelled at, then slammed, dragged, and beaten on. And not only that, we have protesters here today that were abused and assaulted by other counter-protesters, slamming heads on the ground, causing people to go to the hospital, causing people to bleed in their brain, causing people destruction because we're out here with a peaceful message. I don't remember the last time Black Unity, and I'm not Black Unity, I'm Isaiah Wagner, just so you guys know. But I don't remember the last time Black Unity came out to Springfield and left with broken buildings, defaced property, or any of that sort. So where is your evidence to treat this protest group this way? That's why we went to the mayor's house. It's accountability. Why is this okay to treat protesters this way? She gave her answer. Obviously, we know how she feels about it. She's protected by the buddy system, so that's where she's going to play into her base, just like Trump would. We're not going to expect anything less. Yeah. But, like I said, we have to have a peaceful message. We would love today to be a beautiful day to arrest the cops that harassed and beat our brothers and sisters in there. If our protesters that were out there peaceful, and some of them young, some of them older, some of them of color, some of them of lighter color, our Brunella and Johnson brothers and sisters. What they will experience, me being held accountable back in 2013 for an assault charge, which was a male-on-male crime at a basketball court. Let me give you a little insight of what happened to me really quickly. We had a basketball altercation playing at the U of O rec. 2 male. My dad, who's in this crowd, who you won't believe is my dad, but he is my blood father. Dad, I don't know where you're at, but I know. Yeah. Oh, there you are. He's got the green shirt on. Look at him. Dad, raise your hand up. Hey, I grew up with this man. People thought my dad was Shaquille O'Neal, and every single time they said, "Where's your daddy, boy?" I pointed over there. Trust me. They were just as disappointed as you are now. No, it's all love. It's all love. Anywho, but that being said, I was taught that if you don't start a fight, you finish it. I had hands put on me. I finished the fight the only way I know how to. I got too aggressive. I broke this individual's jaw, and I was held accountable to pay this individual back $18,000. Now, I worked every single day, and I paid every single penny back before I received any type of community donation for my medical funds. I paid my debt back to society. And you know who had to bear that grunt? This lady right there, my own daughter, of why daddy doesn't have enough money to put food on the table, and he needs to lean on the shoulders of a strong black woman to help our family succeed. It's women like that of color that help our brothers in this society. All right? I wouldn't be here if I didn't have that support. Having a misdemeanor charge and having a good heart and trying to sell yourself to people saying, hey, look, I'm not a criminal. Hey, look, I don't destroy property. But we don't want your kind around here. Meaning I have charges so I can't have a place to live. I have charges so I get denied from work. So I gotta really accept the tight circle that I'm in, fall in line, be who they want me to be, otherwise they can take my job away and I don't know when I get another opportunity. And there's a lot of people here living under those restraints. And those are some of the things that a 19-year-old man, Tyshawn Ford, and others that are getting charges are gonna have to go through. We're talking about people here that were peaceful, beaten up on the streets, and guess what? You can't live here, nigger. Yeah, I said it. You can't work here, nigger. And I hope that offends you, because that's how they treat us. Yeah. That's just the brutal truth of it. We don't get a pot to piss in. We have no real rehabilitation. Is a fantasy and a myth. They don't want you to be in your society and work and be paying your debts to society. So it's important that they drop these charges and they hold these police officers who aren't police officers disguised as villains to beat up on our brothers and sisters of vanilla or chocolate. We need these people held accountable. Today is a beautiful day to do that, Springfield Police Department. Where is the accountability? Where's your moral? Where's your virtue? I see all these things on your internet that you provide, but you're not protecting and serving the people you sworn in to protect. If the counter-protesters are people, then the protesters are people as well. Alrighty, with that being said, I'll have my brother Mike.
All right, everyone, I'm going to be very quick. I want to point out, I know there's a few of you last night. Okay, please tell them a little louder. Can you guys hear me back there? Yeah. Okay, so shout out. I know that you had, a couple of sucker punches last night? Okay, you made it through. There's a few of us. We had a dude with a machete blocking my SUV. But you know what? I didn't have to pull my firearm. I actually remain level-headed. And you know who was behind me? SPD. And the Proud Boys on their big red pickup truck. And he say, how do you like not being cornered here? I still remain like level-headed. Finally, He said, oh, you're not like one of them. And I say, what do you mean one of them? I am one of them. I am all of them. I say, are you here to make peace or are you here to make trouble? It went on and on and on. Finally, I wore him out patiently. He came around. He said, will you give me a handshake? I said, yes. Next thing I know, I saw some of you getting punched. SPD was right there. The Proud Boys were saying, SPD's on our side. Beat this assholes up. You're good. You'll not go to jail. We have a brother in Florida who got brought by an SUV. He got frustrated. He pulled the American flag and threw it on the ground. He's charged with vandalism and assault and property damage.
Bullshit.
That didn't happen. There's a few of you here that are pretending to be like one of us. We love you still. And I appreciate you over here, brother. I love you. Because a few weeks ago, we were at a different level. But you know what? Each and every one of you, please, keep passing love. When they hate us, love them back.
Yes.
Please. Thank you.
So we're going to wrap this up and get back up to the streets. I just wanted to say real quick because I was on a Zoom message meeting this morning with some county officials and the NAACP and the ACLU, and the message is, please go to the ACLU website or NAACP website, fill out an incident report if you were there or if you witnessed something with your eyes. They have a blanket of protection that have been in this country for years, and they're willing to help out Black unity, they're willing to help out white people, they're willing to help out anybody. It's all about the protection of the people that are out here fighting for rights. They're willing to help you, and they need people to fill out these incident reports so they can have their top lawyers do these cases pro bono to help our communities out. So please, if you're not here tonight and you're streaming live, ACLU or NAACP, there is a area you can fill out an incident report. I know it sounds very police and very school, incident report, but fill it out so we can actually get some accountability, because you know what? Black people say fuck it. White people will sit there for years until your ass goes to jail. So we gotta play the same game. Stop saying fuck it, get on there, write an incident that you saw that made you offended, and hold these people accountable and be in there for the long run, because this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Let's go, my people, I love you.
Oh, all right, I'm getting up here. All right, folks. Show the people talking. No way, that was on me the whole time? Huh. I'm so sorry, guys. That's totally on me. Yeah. Well, they might have been, but I couldn't see because I was turned around.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
What's the name of your thing?
And we're on NBC 16 right now.
Oh, okay.
So we have to turn it around because for whatever reason the microphone only picks it up when I have it facing away from me, and I didn't see that. So, hey guys, sorry about that. But hopefully you guys did manage to hear. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I was just holding it up. So sorry about that, guys. That's really quite funny. I apologize. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm glad you could hear at least. Totally embarrassed, but we're gonna go ahead and flip it around and keep showing you this protest as we walk. If you have any questions, then we'll address them then.
How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Good seeing you again. So, in case you didn't All right. This is on Pioneer Parkway East.
Types of organizations that will actually improve the
So, I know there's a lot of videos of what happened last night. From your perspective, what did you personally see?
I think the most that like really pissed me off is seeing the one
On the
guy
corner of
with, like,
Pioneer
this
Parkway
hole,
and
I
D
saw,
Street
like,
right
one
now.
person in the throat or the face. I can't remember the exact area, wherever they got hit. And
Yeah, Jess, no problem. Sorry y'all were looking at me while we were listening to speakers. Obviously not the intention there.
I think he concussed them. And then the one was the officer dragging him.
Hey.
We're going.
Yep.
Like,
What's up?
The car's parked right over here.
Okay, we're gonna go. All right, folks. We gotta head back. We gotta go back to our station. Want to fill you in before we head out. I'm gonna catch up to my team and fade out here. But they're gonna go ahead and march back to where they started. So they're gonna head back to Springfield in front of the Safeway there, and they're gonna walk their way back. We're gonna have to cancel, unfortunately, cut the live stream short. We have to go back to our station, fill out what we saw today, so that at 11 o'clock we have a report for you guys to share what we did see here. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Sorry we were looking at me for the majority of the speakers, but hope you found it informative. And if you have any quick questions, feel free to throw them out here. Only a couple minutes? Great. Okay, all right. So, quick recap. We're heading back on Pioneer Parkway East, and we are headed to Springfield, and that's where the crowd's going. I got to go ahead and get back to the news station and go ahead and fill out what we saw today. But really appreciate your viewership. Thanks for tuning in, and next time on our live stream, feel free to tune in and ask questions. We'll always welcome them. You have a great evening, and stay safe out there.